Welcome back, everyone. Joining us now is Justin Deloach. How are you today, Justin?
I'm good, Amanda. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for joining us here on the show today. Now, Justin is with the Children's Advocacy Center, and you guys are always in need of volunteers.
Yes, well, and especially now, Amanda, we've hit a critical point with our CASA program. So we have more kids needing CASA advocates than usual. And so at this time, with the number of volunteers we have, we can't necessarily take on more cases until we have more volunteers. So we're reaching out to the community to kind of share awareness of what the CAC is, what we're doing, and especially with what our CASA program is.
Now, explain more kind of what CASA stands for, what that CASA program does.
Sure. So our court-appointed special advocate, which is a CASA program, it has 6 case managers. We serve 10 counties in the Concho Valley. So we're not just talking to folks here in San Angelo, we're talking about Concho Valley as a whole. And we cover a child that has been removed from their permanent living residence and placed in foster care. So the only way to get a CASA is if the courts appoint one. And this person is a advocate for the child, walks them through the traumatic experience of child abuse, gets them through the times when maybe foster care is not, where foster care is a great placement, but sometimes they don't have their own advocate. The CASA is the person that does that for the child. So
now, do the volunteers that you're looking for, do they have to go through any training?
Yes. So we have a little bit of an extensive training, but it's not a hard training, so to say. There's just a lot to know and to understand, because when you do become a CASA, you are sworn in by a local judge. So you do become a member of the court system, so to say, and so your testimonies and everything that you see with the child can become court document. And so when we're trying to reach the better life for the child, sometimes that's so important with the person that sees them every day. So the training is roughly about a 2-week time period, plus some prerequisites that we have to get the volunteer to go through. But it's a very easy process. Qualifying is very easy. You do have to pass a background check. We always like to remind people of that. Have no history of criminal record or anything like that. But then you're pretty much directly affecting the life of a child, and it's so special.
Definitely. And so how many children does each volunteer work with again?
Normally you're given a case at a time. Now once you become a seasoned volunteer, sometimes if the case is not as serious, you can take on multiple cases at once. We try not to do that to a volunteer, because we want that volunteer giving their utmost care to the child that they have in the need right there. But due to some of the caseloads that we do get, we do have some volunteers that can take them on. The time frame of a case, though, is anywhere from 4 months to 18 months. So that's one thing we always want volunteers to understand, is whereas we hope that the case doesn't drag out, we can't always guarantee that. And so sometimes they're placed with the child for almost 1.5 to 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's a journey. It really is.
Definitely. I'm sure it's also very rewarding for each of these volunteers that work with these children. Now, if anyone is interested in becoming a volunteer, CASA volunteer, what do they need to do?
Sure. Well, our application and requirements are on our website, so you can visit CAC-WTX.org. The application is online, so you can fill it out, mail it in. You'll be given a chance to interview with our volunteer coordinator, and then get with our CASA program, and we can start the trainings actually today. There's different things that folks can be doing until the next big training. And then also you can reach us at 653-HOPE. We can answer any questions that you have, and especially because, like I said, you will be working directly with a child, so there may be some more direct questions folks want to know, and they can give us a call.
Definitely. If you are interested, if you have the time, and if you have that desire in your heart to help these children here in the Concho Valley, again, CASA volunteers are always needed. You can go again to that website, CA-WTX.org, or call 653-HOPE, and they will get you started with an application so you can become one of these awesome volunteers. Justin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate you.
I'll be right back after this.
Do you want to be on Concho?